Hello, Soul Tribe, my spiritual warriors, little earth angels. Welcome to our channel, Spiritual Guidance 1111. Those that are new, as always, thank you for joining us. I hope you stay with us a while. My subscribers, you are the bomb. I appreciate you so much. Those that like, share, comment, email, spiritualguidancechannel@gmail.com. Those that are on TikTok that follow, I appreciate you also. I have a video that I tried to put up on TikTok, and they won't let me put it up, but I don't know why. They didn't tell me why. Don't have a clue. Shit, maybe I'm getting too popular. Might be what it is. Damn it, boy. Get you a beverage, some tea. I got me some peach tea. And don't slurp, no, because if you slurp, they got some of them OCD some bitches out there. They go nuts if you slurp. They will disconnect. Hit the X button. They ain't that nice. What else? Oh yeah, disclaimers. Yeah, do that disclaimer thing. Go over there on YouTube underneath the title. Hit the disclaimer. Hope y'all having a safe weekend. Yes. We'll see what the cards have to say. I prayed over the cards. Ask the Holy Spirit to give us a message. Talk to us and tell us through the cards something we need to know. I do have some emails. I have a dream interpretation for Malika. Me and Malika been friends for a long time. That's my boo. Yes. I'm going to do a dream interpretation. It's going to take a while. Probably won't get to no shout outs because dream interpretations, it depends on the length of the, and it's a good one. It's a pretty good one. I'll read it and then we'll do the interpretation. We'll do whatever I can get done, we'll get it done. I'm going to do a pyramid spread, given time factor and whatnot. We'll try to get this knocked out and get straight up into the, oh, come here. Yeah, and we'll get straight into the interpretation. Got another one, another email. So, anyway, yes, let's go ahead and we'll get started. I think I covered everything. If I didn't, hell, it'll come to me after a while. Yeah. Knight of Cups. I don't know, I'm going to just read one card, so we're just going to go ahead and we'll pull another one, just for shits and giggles. Five of Swords. Boy, damn it. Someone here is the Knight of Cups, Five of Swords. Someone here is worried. They like shooked up about their appearance. Yeah, they like to look at themselves in the mirror. I do too, though. I look at myself and I talk to myself. Get in an argument sometimes. Well, best thing about that is I win that argument every time. They're like, what? Yeah. Sometimes that dude in the mirror starts saying, walk away, walk away. Yeah. End up, I walk away. Imagine that. So anyway, yeah, there's someone here that is obsessed, I think, to a high degree of like their appearance, maybe their weight. They worry about their weight, what they eat, you know, what they call that shit, that keto thing. Yeah, the certain like dietary issues. There's someone, whoever that's going to resonate with. If it's not you, maybe your person, the person that's on your mind. Yeah, I hate to see your ex or somebody like that, because some of y'all going to send me some nastygrams and say, I ain't got, no, I don't think about my ex, okay? Don't think about it now. Yeah. But they all shooked up. They worry about, I'm not saying they shooked up, but they do. They worry about how they look. That's all I can, hell. And they got a lot of ego, the Five of Swords. Yeah. A lot of ego, arrogance. Big time. Yeah. Bad. That's a bad demon, ego. I had a question about that, about demons. Yeah. Like, demons have to have a host. Demons just don't float around in the freaking air. Yeah, like you take a breath and you end up catching a freaking demon like a cold or some shit. No, a demon has to have a host. But anyway, ego is a terrible thing. Terrible. It can be. I mean, there's nothing wrong with if you're good at something and you know you're good at it. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with it is you need some humility with that. There's nothing wrong with having some humility in as you master something, whatever the case, even if it's in a relationship. Don't get so comfortable in a relationship to think it can't be lost. It can be. Oh yeah. Yeah, sometimes your arrogance will get the best of you and you think you all that and then some. And you become complacent with the one that loves you the most, the one that does the most for you. You become complacent. And your eyes begin to wander. And then after the fact, you start wondering what happened to the love of your life because you let yourself get distracted. Next card. Oh, the Chariot in the upright. All of these cards were put in the upright. If they come out in reverse, of course, I do read Tarot in reverse. Determination. Winning could be a winning card too. Yeah, this person is egotistical. It's about maybe competition. Whoever they was with, or it doesn't matter. Whoever this person's with, they think they look. This person allows their looks and their appearance to override better judgment, meaning they think they're so beautiful that they can get anybody they want. And in some cases they can. Yeah. But never forget the devil was beautiful. Yeah. So you could end up attracting a devil, whoever this is. I'm just saying. 5 of Cups in the upright. Ooh, the Death card splits the 5 of Swords and the Chariot. Let me flip another card. Ooh, the 3 of Swords in the upright. Yeah, there's something here that there's something this person's got an issue. They got issues big time. They went towards something. Chariot is a action card. They went towards something, or they toward someone, something, or somewhere. Whatever they went, whatever they did, there's an issue here. And it could be something to do with their looks. It could be. There's some loss here. There's some regret, big time. A lot of regret, unhappiness, a lot of unhappiness. The Death card, death and rebirth. In fact, there's an end and a beginning. There's something here that are they wishing for a beginning, another beginning. Someone could be wishing for another beginning, but there's definitely an ending, undoubtedly. Scorpio. Cups. 3 of Swords. There's some heartbreak. A lot of pain here. A lot of pain. Knight of Swords. The Fool in reverse. First card in reverse. The Fool. Four of Cups. There's some apathy here. That's like they didn't care. They didn't care about someone. They went towards something. They took a risk. They took a risk. Yeah. It didn't turn out like they wanted. Whatever happened here, it didn't turn out the way they wanted, and now they're acting like they don't care. Acting, okay? Acting is the key word here. Whoever this is, this person is, they are running from something, maybe running from the past, running from heartache, running from a lover, someone that maybe running. I'm getting like they there's things that there's memories here, but they try to distract themselves. They act this person's a good actor, whoever they are. They are extremely good actor. They act like they don't care, but they care. They are like big time, and they are super unhappy wherever they at. This card is like tremendously unhappy. The Ace of Cups in reverse. This person is, in some cases, they cry, they weep. That's what this card indicates, tears. It's really sad. The outpouring of water from the eyes. The High Priestess in the upright lands on top of the Knight of Swords. Ooh. Ooh, Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse. Someone here, we have a spiritual individual. Well, perhaps. Let's say that, maybe. Whoever this is, I think they had perhaps maybe some gifts they didn't use, or they didn't even know they had. Maybe now they know, but I'm getting that they don't have them. That's a spiritual person. There's someone here that's spiritual. Yeah, and they know. The Ace of Swords, they know. There's mental clarity here now. There's an awakening possibly that has taken place. And they know that, or they put it this way, they know the journey that they're supposed to be on. Oh, you see that collar's trying to flip up on me. Don't do that. Well, that threw me off big time. Anyway. Yeah, it's like someone is on a spiritual path, or they were supposed to be on a spiritual path. Okay? And something happened. They got thrown off of the spiritual path. It lands on top of the Fool in reverse. And they got thrown off of their path. Knight of Swords lands on it cuts the Knight of Swords and the Fool. Whatever tools this person was given, whatever gifts, I say tools, I mean gifts. Whatever gifts this person was given, I think they lost them, and they know it. They know that they did something that they shouldn't have done. Whatever the case is. Let's see what else we have. Six of Cups, memories. I said earlier, this person has some memories. There's something going on here about a Queen of Pentacles. I don't think that they're, maybe so. This could possibly be. Hold on, let me reevaluate this. Yeah, memories. It could be that this person could have been abundant. Okay, not because of them, but perhaps because of circumstances. Whether it was someone else, whatever the case, circumstances. This person could have been abundant. And they were in a Queen of Pentacles position. Energy. Ace of Wands. Extreme passion. Whoever this is extremely passionate. Air energy. Fire energy. We have water. Right here we have air, water, and earth. Passion. About what, dude? Crown chakra. They got some passion about an empress. They in love with an empress. And in this situation, it's like past tense. Like now they know because it lands on top of the Ace of Swords. Now they know there's an awakening that has taken place, and it's like Shazam. I love this person. But when they had the person, they like forfeited. It's a stupid situation, is what it is sometimes. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Three of Cups. Yep. Yeah. Friends. This person, perhaps they were friends with someone, an empress. Let me see what the next card is. Oh no, not the Seven of Swords. Oh no, say it ain't so. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all what that means. It ain't nothing nice. What I'm getting here, this person was very passionate about an empress. They perhaps had some feelings, but it wasn't like solidified as love. They may have had some feelings, but I think that there was a manipulative side to that, because the empress is a very giving energy, feminine energy, very, very giving. All four queens wrapped up into one. Yeah. Friendship and the Seven of Swords. Three of Cups and the Seven of Swords. And I think they befriended this empress, and they betrayed this because the Seven of Swords is here. Yeah. It landed on top of the Queen of Pentacles. And what that's telling me is this betrayal took place, and they lost that abundance. They lost whatever they had. And they remember that. The Six of Cups is here. There's memories. They remember how it was to now, perhaps now. The Six of Cups also can be a card of past tense, meaning something in the past. Can be. Shit, it sounds good, that's for sure. The Devil. Oh, bruh. It lands on top of the Ace of Wands and the Empress. Well, shit. There's something went on right here that's not good. They did, and it follows the Seven of Swords, betrayal. This person betrayed the Empress, someone that they might have had an extreme amount of passion towards. An outpouring of passion. They betrayed that individual. Why though? I don't see. Capricorn energy. Two of Cups. They gave their energy away. They took their cup. They took their cup from the Empress. Where did they put that cup at? Lovers. Somebody else. They gave that. They went towards something else. And I'm going to say someone else, but it don't have to be. It could be something else, meaning it could be a hobby, it could be entertainment, it could be something that they were interested in other than the Empress, meaning they were distracted big time. And it had a lot to do with friends. This lands on top of the Three of Cups. So we have a lot of influence here, a lot of input from others. Yeah. Assholes that should have never, this person should have never allowed them to get involved in between them. And they have the Devil, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers. Yeah, it is what it is. Let me give me another sip here. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is someone maybe wanting to move on. They want to move away from something, get away with water energy. They have an immense amount of emotions because of, and it lands on top of the Devil and the Two of Cups. And that's what they want to move away from. Whatever they went towards, whatever they walked away from, they went towards, they want to move away from that. They want to get away from it. Yeah, there's some regret here, a lot of regret. 7, oh yeah, 7 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, it's 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, back to back. They made a choice. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is they made a choice. They chose. They went towards a different option. Not. They had other choices. They had other temptations. And they went towards it. That's what the 8 of Cups is. The 8 of Cups is they moved towards that. They were walking towards that long before. In fact, I think while this person was in a connection with the Empress, this happened. That's what the cards are saying. The placement of the cards is telling me that while they're in a connection with the Empress, whoever that is, that feminine energy, that giving, an overgiver, they went towards someone, I think it's someone, an option, a temptation. And because of this down here, this could be someone else, but I think it's them. But it could be both of them. They have an obsession with their looks. They want to look good. It's all about looks and dieting and maybe going to the gym and eating right or whatever the case is. You know, I do get a sweet tooth, maybe. Can't be me because I ain't got shit. I got the diabetes. I can't have nothing. No sweets. It's a terrible situation. Yeah. Sometime I wanna catch a craze and OD on sugar. Yeah. Don't do it, Cameron. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. They lost a lot. Whoever this is lost a lot. There's a lot of loss right here. Yeah. There were some blessings taken from this person. God, this is the hand of God giving. Every ace is a blessing. If an ace is in reverse, it's a blessing that was taken from them, or it could be a loss. It's considered a loss. So this person could be struggling of pentacles. They could be struggling with finances. Could be, whoever this is. And it's not because of anything other than the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. The choice they made. That's the reason. That's what the cards are telling me. So the choice that they made is the reason that they lost the blessing that they have. They went towards other options that cost them. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Because I got a pretty long, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, something was taken from them. 4 of Pentacles. They lost a lot. The 6 of Pentacles, something was taken. They lost a lot. And they're trying to hold on to what they have right now. Whatever they have, they're trying to hold on to. And they're struggling. They're struggling. 5 of Wands, it's normally a conflict card, meaning there's some conflict going on. But that conflict can be a struggle, meaning it can be an internal struggle, external struggle, financial struggle, physical struggle. It can be, and in this spread, that's what it is, because it follows the 6 of Wands in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. They're trying to hold on and they're struggling. They can't. I can feel it. And the 9 of Wands. They wounded big time. Yeah, the 9 of Wands, they wounded. They are trying to recoup. They have some resilience, don't get me wrong. And the next card after that is Justice. This person gets their scales are going to be balanced. Whatever they did as far as law, justice, and karma, it's going to be balanced. See, they messed the scales up. At one time, this person's life was balanced. You can see it down here: the Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords. And this person had a relatively balanced life. Things weren't. It may not have been optimal, but it wasn't bad. Now it has went to shit. Karma is handing this person some justice for something that went on. I hope you enjoyed the spread. I hope you got something out of it. In some cases, I hope it don't resonate, because it's, I mean, you know, if this is a cross watcher and they are getting their justice, I feel bad for them, because they are, it's one of those situations that you get what you give. You did dirty, shit is going to come back. You know, that energy is going to meet up with you sooner or later. Yes, Malika. Boo. That's my girl. It's good day, Captain, she puts. Hope you're well and safe. I'm doing good. I've been so grateful for all the grace and blessings in my life, despite all of the obstacles I continue to encounter. I am using every opportunity to share with others, and as I am working in college, I find it so fulfilling being with the younger generation and showing them other ways to look at the challenges they face in their life. Awesome. What an awesome individual. Also, I would like to share yet another dream. And we have went back and forth many times, her and I. And she does use me as an interpreter, and I appreciate that. And another dream with you, as I always appreciate your insights when I get stuck. The pilot is quite long, even though I only drifted off to sleep for a couple of moments. It don't take very long. Dreams are instantaneous. Okay, let's see what the dream is. Let's see. Let's look at the dream. In my dream, I was in a house, not one I know, but one I was comfortable, and my daughter was with me. Suddenly, there were people who walked in from a door. There was a man at first, and then others followed, women and children of all ages, teenagers, girls and boys, until everywhere in the large house had people. At first, I was a bit alarmed by it, but they were not hostile, and I got the feeling that they were family. Some of the women were dressed in Muslim clothes, and I have Muslims in my family. So I just felt they were related somehow. They were friendly and made themselves at home. There was a lot of chatter and everyone seemed happy. But just like in life, when there's too much family in a house, it felt too overwhelming. I remember I had a conversation with one young lad on his mother's behalf, telling him how dangerous gambling is, as he was very excited about a lottery scratch card. I told him that was a waste of money, as he probably won't win anyway. After a while, I left the house, and a few members came with me, as it was a beautiful scene, and I thought I knew where I was, but I wasn't sure. We got not too far away, and when I wanted to return, but I couldn't find my way. One of the people with me, a very tall black man with features that made him look both masculine and feminine, held my hand and led me to somewhere that I could find my way. He then got into some sort of vehicle to leave. I wandered around a while, and even climbed on a sort of big, what looked like a rock, but was a sculpture of an orca whale on the side of the building. I couldn't go forward as it was huge, so I went back. On the last bit, I was on a busy Caribbean street on the last bit of the dream. I was on a busy Caribbean street, and some people were standing close to me, and I knew I was being robbed. So I raised an alarm, and as suspected, they took from me several American dollar bills were flaunting it. I started shouting, but no one helped me. I was very angry about what happened, and went over to a man on a microphone and started telling everyone how they should be ashamed of themselves, not because I was robbed, but because they stood by and did nothing about it. I think I said that bad things happen when good people stand silent. I was so angry, and when I looked at the microphone, it was covered in a layer of some sort of sticky stuff, and I felt as if no one would hear anything I said. I was so angry and frustrated. That is, nope. Oh, let me see. I would love your thoughts, Captain, as always, and thank you for your guidance. It is so refreshing and appreciated. With thanks, Malika. Yes, indeed. Love Malika. Let's see what we got here, boo. Let me find my paper. There we go. When it comes to dreams, dreams are sometimes a mirror of our waking life. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And it's a process. We process our relationships, the boundaries that we have, and there's some transitions that take place. And so, when I go into this, I look at a dream and I interpret it. I kind of think about, like, let's say the crowded house. Let's start with that. The houses in dreams usually represent your inner self, and or your life structure, for that matter. Being in an unfamiliar home, but it's comfortable. Okay, he was in an unfamiliar home, but it was comfortable. The house with your daughter suggests that you're currently, as far as I'm concerned, to me, it suggests that you are in a stable, secure place in your life. You feel confident in your role as whatever you are, a protector, if you're a spouse, a mother, and whatever the case is. So it could be a guide, someone, a mentor. You feel very confident about that. It's sudden, and with all of the sudden, what you would call it, influx of people that came into the home through the door, and there's a major range of ages. There's children, teenagers. It represents a vast amount of differences within the community. I think that's what my interpretation is. In fact, it's a multifaceted of different people, personalities. Seeing family members, if there were, especially with the Muslim garb, the Muslim attire, it gives you some cultural differences that you recognize. Yeah. And you acknowledge it too. There's some acknowledgement here. There's within your roots, like like I said, the house is your inner self. So it's something that's within you, and there's a connection there. But I'm not sure what it is. While the crowd is friendly and not hostile, the shift that went from the feeling of, with all of the people there, shifted from being a warm atmosphere. It could be an overwhelming, as far as what you put. And it's common in a dream for, that means that the overwhelming part is like a boundary. There's some boundary issues there. It suggests that while you love and value your family and the community that you're in, you might have that feeling of being overcrowded, emotionally overwhelmed, could be drained by some people around you, and because they could have some demands on you that I'm not aware of, but you are. There could be some demands. The gambling part of this dream is your conversation with that young boy and the lottery scratch-off ticket. Highlights a role as a voice of reason. Like you try to give this boy some wisdom and some caution. In the dream, in a dream, gambling often symbolizes or is interpreted as taking unnecessary risk. Yeah. Relying on luck rather than on experience and hard work. By warning him, your subconscious, you may be processing a real-world desire to protect someone you care about and from making poor choices. We talked about that just now, as you feel like your role as a protector. Mm-hmm. It can reflect your own internal anxiety about financial insecurity. It could. Not saying that it does, but you could have some financial security issues, and or perhaps just the unpredictability of your financial stability. It could. You left the house. Let's look at that. You left the house, and that signifies you want a space. You want to get out. There's a need for space. I'm not sure what that is about when it comes to your waking life, but there's a need for independence, perhaps. Let's put it that way. There's a need for some independence, a break from the noise, and getting lost on the way back. And it indicates a temporary feeling of being disconnected from the center or the direction of the path that you're on in your waking life. The tall black man, the tall black man, both masculine and feminine features, is a powerful symbol. Like it's an andron. It's like it represents like it's I'm getting an internal like your balance is off. Feminine, masculine part of it. Your balance is off. There's a conflict within you when it comes to the characteristics of the feminine and the masculine. And we have both in us. We have both feminine and masculine. The masculine part of it is action oriented. And the feminine part of it is like the intuition side of you. It's like, you use your intuition, and you may feel that something is off. I'm not real sure on that. I'm not real clear. But as far as the dream goes, I think that's what it's saying. That's what it's trying to tell you. He could act like one of your spirit guides in waking life. A spirit guide that is trying to help you with your own inner wisdom, your own spiritual intuition. By holding your hand and leading you back to safely before leaving in a vehicle, your mind is reassuring you that even when you feel lost in waking life, you possess an inner guidance within yourself. And it's necessary that this is all part of it. It's necessary to find your way forward, to move forward. And you do it. And you do it. The Arca skull, that Arca thing, the Arca figure, That's powerful. That within a dream is very, very powerful. High society creatures. These orcas have a family, closely tied to family and emotional. They are emotional. Coming across a massive orca sculpture on a building that blocks your path suggests an emotional obstacle. There's something here that you came up emotionally because it's a sculpture and then it's not a real whale. It implies that there's a barrier, a obstacle there. Might be an old obstacle, and it could be a boundary. Could be like something from the past, a past belief or something to do with that. Could be. Yeah. Maybe like something to do with the family, because the orcas represent family. And because they're very, very family oriented. They live in a pod, a family pod. And perhaps this is something to do with a family dynamic. Could be. Something like I said, the past. Something out of the past. There's maybe someone crossed some boundaries that they shouldn't have. Yeah. The Caribbean Street and the robbery that took place. That suggests vulnerability and injustice in your life, waking life. There's something that took place, not sure what it is, but there's and it could have this could have some Caribbean or a layer of heritage within that culture. Okay. You probably know better than I do, Malika, what I'm talking about here. I'm just relaying what I see in the dream. But there's something to do with a Caribbean culture or a heritage that you may have. And if you know about it, good, but something that you may not know about anyway. But there's some memories here. It could be past life. It could be. And it's a very, very... But about the robbery itself, there's something here that... there's a lot of vulnerability in your life. Somebody violated some personal boundaries with you. I don't know what, but it can have a feeling of theft, like they stole, maybe time, maybe, like you wasted, or there's something maybe you wasted some time is what I'm getting. It could be money too. It could be some issues with money. Yeah. Yeah. When you addressing the crowd, it's like nobody's listening. Like even when you call out, or you like seeking help, or you feel it's a feeling that you have that you're unheard, unsupported in one way or another. And like whoever knows about it, if they know about whatever issues you're dreaming about, I don't know, but whatever issues you're dreaming about, if they know about it, it's like there's a lack of accountability on their part for not. Oh, wonder where that came from. I don't know, but it just flew. Something in my ancestor trying to get my appearance. Earplug. Means something, I'm telling you. It means something, baby. Don't listen. Anyway, let's get back to there's an issue about maybe mutual support amongst the community. Well, the community can mean family and friends and those within your circle. The lack of respect, maybe and you want some justice for something that you haven't gotten. You still haven't gotten it. So, and that is pretty much my dream interpretation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I hope it meets your approval and your. Thank you so much for giving it to me. I appreciate you trusting me with your dreams. Let's see what we have next. And I love you, Big Malik. Yes, I do. And I know you know that. Let's see, desires and temptations. I'm writing to Captain. I'm writing to you regarding a recent post you shared on TikTok. You mentioned a warning stating that that we are limited by our own desires and temptations, and that we should be very careful falling for temptations. Desires, when not controlled, will lead to pain and regret, trapping individuals in a cycle of financial and emotional ruin. I was hoping you could clarify exactly what you mean by this statement. While I understand the risk, it seems that not all temptations necessarily become addictions. On a side note, I really love the song. Oh, yeah. And if you go to TikTok and you look that up, it's right next to a eggshell that's broken, and that's the post. And the song on there is "Object of My Desire." Yeah, I don't want to sing it for you. You're the object. I forgot the ones that sing it, but damn, it's a good song. Yeah, you're the object of my desire. Damn it, girl. Yeah. Love and light. I look forward to hearing your perspective on this. Thank you for your spiritual teachings. Love and light. Alan C. as in Charlie. Alan C. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Well, let me tell you this. I agree with you 100% that not all temptations are going to become addictive. Okay. They're not all, but almost all temptations will lead you into a situation that is not good, not healthy. Okay, whatever it be, and it's all controlled by emotions. We're limited by desires. There's a craving there, and most temptations distract you. Yeah, they distract you from your personal boundaries. You set your own personal boundaries. And when I talk about stoicism, like a student of Stoicism, I love stoicism. I read about it, I talk about it. And stoicism is all about control, but it's not just about control, it's about your life. It's about everything. If there's a temptation, and in some situations, the temptation is exactly like Alan said. It's not that it's an addiction, and in most cases, we don't make that assumption right away that it's going to be bad for us. Adam and Eve in the 3rd chapter of Genesis, Eve didn't think that it was harmful what she was doing, because the devil had bullshitted her into believing something that was not, gave her an illusion, and said, listen, if you do, and didn't lie to her. He didn't. If you read it, he didn't lie. The demon that did that to her gave her the option. Yeah, certainly you will not die, he said, if you eat of this. And she didn't. She didn't. Not then. Yeah. He just wasn't forthright in saying, But when it comes to that, we have to have limitations. And it's not about the physical aspect of it. It's more about the mental traps. It's more about the emotional traps that are involved when it comes to and let me tell you, this is the post that I put. We're limited by our desires and temptations. Be careful falling for temptation. Desires will, when not controlled, stoicism, when not controlled, will lead to pain and regret. Oftentimes it will. That's all that meant. I didn't have no secret, like nothing in there. I hope you enjoyed my little thing here. I appreciate the emails. I thank you so much for those that view. I hope you enjoyed the spread. God loves you. Source, universe, creator, whoever it is. I did get a couple of Instagrams from my conversation with Ruth, because I didn't take the opportunity to witness to her as a Christian. Yeah, blah, blah. Anyway, I may cover, I might do that. I might cover one, a couple of them maybe, just one. We don't want to get too far involved in that. But I love you big, big. Never forget that. Till we meet again. Love you big, big. Peace out.